Let's dive to our new MNP project and try to understand the default workflow. So right now by clicking on the workflow in the project settings or space settings, it will redirect it to the workflows, go to the edit section just to have a look. So this is how the workflow looks like and we need to update it. So as you can see, no statuses are mapped to each other. There is no transition link between statuses. Rather, they are mapped with any, which means that you can transition any status to any other status. So we need to create a transition between the two statuses, and I'm just naming the transition here by send to in progress, create. Likewise, just try to understand if we need to create a new status, how to do it. When we need to click on this add status column, and when we like creating a new status, it's going to search from the existing one or to create a new one. So likewise, we need to define the status category also. In Jira, we have three categories basically, which is to do, in progress, and done. So here I'm trying to make a review, a new status, and making it to fall into in progress category of Jira. Right now it's not mapped. That is why it is showing that there is no transition between the statuses. So let's first try to remove this any part, because any it's quite confusing at times because it may increases the human error, because Kanban is basically drag and drop stuff, and you can easily like do a mistake of transitioning a ticket to a wrong one. And to avoid that, it is very good habit to actually map each and every status workflow or their transition in a way that you have a control over the workflow and control over the ticket, that even if somebody is by accident moving it to some other status, you can restrict it. So I'm defining it to the close done, the last transitions. Right now it's a one way, there is no backward, we will do it later. So just try to understand this one way directional of ticket movement. I'm just updating the workflow. Now we can go and have a look on our board how it appears to be there. So let's go back to MNP board. You can see that we are not able to see the under review column in between, even though we have defined the workflow. So to do that, we need to add a column here because we are basically in the border mapping tickets. So as you can see, the review tickets are need. You can map it to the existing statuses also, or to a new one. To add it to a new column, you need to create a new column at altogether. Because for existing, it will complicate the status. So it is very good habit to always have a new status for any new column you want to. I'm trying to test it out by naming it as a different from the status name. So yes, you can do it, and by simply dragging it all the review tickets to here and aligning it in a way. So here it's basically map all the review tickets into under this section, and now you can see that under review is there in between in progress and done. Let's move to the card layout quickly and try to understand if we want to highlight a custom field in a work item in our board where we want to have a look on certain key tickets or key custom field which we want to have a look without looking to the complete ticket, so that it gives us the sense of urgency to work upon some ticket. I'm taking a date as an example here, and let's to have a change reason. If somebody define the change reason, that is also need to be visible. That's because card color defines the priorities, queries, assignees, and these stuffs, and card layout define the custom field. So we have to be very clear about it. So we are removing the unnecessary priorities here so that we keep it to high, medium, and low only. Let's move to the back and just try to create a sample ticket to test it out and check it. In the card layout section. Thing is, um, priority is set to medium, and we have to check the due date because we have selected due date as a date which is going to be visible over the work item in our board. So it's not a mandatory field right now, but yeah, we have to make it because if we want to make it appear in every ticket, we will learn that in the later videos. Just by selecting create, the ticket is created, it will appear here. As you can see, the date is visible, like quite visible, and the card color is also visible as medium priority. Let's try to understand how to automate stuff. So I'm going for a basic automation right now, just try to understand. Um, I just want to create a flow where whenever a ticket is transitioned to some status, it is assigned to me. Okay, so before diving into, I want to say that if you are still there on the video, please do subscribe my channel and hit a like button. I'm very happy that you're still made it through and you're still trying to understand stuff. It's something which I actually bring from my own corporate experience. So whatever things which we actually do in a day-to-day basis as a Jira admin, in I'm trying to make it visible in a very simpler manner, like without any confusion. Okay, so let's try to go and make a template, search for existing template if we find any. This is a robo loom. So there are actually basically different platform interactions automation which you can see, or some notification, confluence. There are actually a lot of integrations which you can see. And this automation is very cool actually. This triggers right through the ticket movement. So I think we're, yeah, this is it. So whenever issue is transitioning to in progress, it is assigned to somebody. So this is a template which we need to update. So we need to go to the to status, and I'm just for this demo purpose, I'm taking the selected and development. Like you can select the multiple statuses also. It's not mandatory to have just one. Now it is assigned the work item to a specific user when I want to define a particular user ID. So it's my ID. It's actually I've not registered any other user. So you will see only the registered user. And now you save and enable it. So you will see whenever issue is transitioning from in progress or selected in development, it is assigned to me. So this is active workflow. As you can see, it's green enabled. We have to go and test it out. So this is a testing ticket which we drag and drop it to select in development. When we open it, and we just need to check the assignee. Okay, yeah, my ID is there. It's assigned to me. Automation is working. That's great. Now, okay, so if we move the in progress, it's already selected, but we want to check if from backlog directly if something is moved to in progress. For that, we need to update our workflow. Now let's move to the workflow because we have not defined the back and forth or jumping of the status. So right now you can see that any is removed, so we need to define every step in the workflow by ourselves without having that any option in it. So I'm just right now for the ease explaining it with the return to the previous status. Likewise, you can see the ticket will be, like return to the previous one, and they are not jumping while returning to the status. So there is a standard pathway which I'm going to define. So I guess it will give you more control over the workflow, and it will also reduce the human error of drag and drop stuff. Okay, so all set. Every written status is set. Now we have to plan backlog to in progress. Yeah, this actually helped to directly move ticket to another status. So let's try to understand and check it out by running a new test ticket, because then only we will be able to see how our automation is working. Let's create a new ticket. Testing in progress. Assignee. Yeah. So select the due date again. Create. After creating, now we are dragging it to in progress without moving into select development. Let's open it and check it out. Oh, great! Assignee is marked to my ID. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe it.